Dear students, hope you are safe and healthy. My name is Mudassar Abbas and I am lecturer at Institute of Business Studies, Guwahati University of. Okay, before going into the detail of the lesson, let me share with you two reference books that you can use as a reference. These books are easily available in the market and you can also download them from internet for free. The first book is Principles of Management and its application. That so in today's lecture, our learning outcomes are as follows. Next, we will also discuss about providing employees. So the last topic in this chapter will be contemporary issues in human resources. In this topic, we will explain how managers can manage downsizing. Now, what is downsizing? We will also discuss it. We will also describe how managers can manage workforce diversity. Explain what sexual harassment is and what managers need to know about it. We will also try to describe how organizations are dealing with work-life balance. This is also one of the burning issues of contemporary organizations. In the last, we will discuss how organizations are controlling HR costs. So In the last lecture, we were discussing about the environmental factors affecting human resource management, and we discussed about labor unions role. Today we are going to discuss about government laws and regulations. It has been noted that a number of important laws and regulations affect what you can and cannot do legally as a manager, because workplace lawsuits are increasingly targeting the bosses as well as the organizations. Managers must know what they can and cannot do by law. So they should try to balance the shoulds and should nots of many laws often fall within the umbrella of affirmative action. Many companies or organizations in Europe, United States, Australia and so on have affirmative action programs to ensure that decisions and practices enhance the employment, upgrading and retention of members from protected groups such as minorities, disadvantaged group or females. That is, an organization refrain from discriminating and actively seek to enhance the status of members from protected groups. However, some managers are not completely free to choose whom they hire, promote or fire, or free to treat employees in any way they want. Although laws have helped reduce employment discrimination and unfair practices in the organizations in the form of procedural and distributive injustices, they have at the same time reduced Now we will discuss about human resource planning. Human resource planning, sometimes also called as HR planning, is the process by which managers ensure that they have the right number and kind of capable people in the right place at the right time. Through planning, organizations avoid certain shortages and surpluses of workforce. HR planning entails two steps. Number one, assessing the current human resource requirement, and number two is meeting the So, as we already discussed, that HR planning helps to avoid certain shortfall or surplus of skill inventory or employees. And we also said that it consists of two steps. Number one is assessing the current human resource requirements. Number two is assessing the future needs of human resource. That means in future what kind of people, what skill levels, in how many numbers we will be requiring people. So accordingly we assess the future. So first one is current assessment or human resource inventory, or assessment of the human resource inventory. Managers begin HR planning by inventorying current employees. This inventory usually includes information on employees' such as name, education, training, prior employment, languages spoken, special capabilities, and specialized skills. With the help of this, a review of the current makeup of the organization's current resources is formed. For this, sophisticated databases make getting and keeping this information quite easy. An important part of current assessment is job analysis, an assessment that defines a job and the behaviors necessary to perform it. For example, what are the duties of accounts manager in a particular company? What minimal knowledge, skills and abilities, or you can say KSAs, are necessary to adequately perform the job? How do these requirements compare with the senior accounting manager? Or information for job analysis is gathered by directly observing individuals on the job, interviewing employees individually or in group, having employees complete a questionnaire or record daily activities in a diary, or having job experts, which are usually of managerial level, identify a job specific characteristics. So these all that I mentioned combinedly help in the analysis of job, or you can say help in so now we will discuss about this job description and specification. Using the information of job analysis, managers develop or revise job description and job specification. Now, what is job description? What is job specification? We gonna discuss it one by one. So first one is job description. A job description is a written statement describing a job, typically job content, environment and the conditions of the employment. On the other hand, when we talk about job specification, a job specification states the minimum qualification that a person must possess to successfully perform a given job. It identifies the knowledge, skills and attitude needed to do a job effectively. Both the job description and job specification are important documents when managers begin recruitment and selection. So a manager recruit or select employee keeping in mind the job description and job specification. Job description is a written statement that describes the job. That means what the job is, what the person is supposed to do, what the employee expect from the new recruitee. On the other hand, job specification is a written statement of the minimum qualifications that a person must possess to perform a given job successfully. For example, if there is a job of site engineer, so for that candidate must have an engineering degree. You cannot expect to hire, or you cannot hire a person with a degree of accounting, management or health sciences on the site engineering posts. So with the help of job description and specification, managers complete or perform the process of recruitment and selection, or we can say job description and job specification helps the manager to complete the recruitment and so now we will discuss the next step, which is meeting the future needs of human resource management. The future human resource needs are determined by the organization's missions, goals, and strategies. Demand for employees results from demand for the organization's product and services. After assessing both current capabilities and future needs, managers can estimate areas in which the organization will be understaffed or overstaffed in future. Then they are ready to proceed to the next step in human resource management process. So we actually try to maintain a strategic balance between the supply of employees and demand for the employees. We as a manager try to estimate in future the knowledge, skills, and abilities that we require to be in our employees, and we will also try to estimate that which department or area in the organization will be overstaffed and which area and department in the organization will be understaffed. So on the basis of that, the future requirement of human resource is assessed.